Hey everybody, and happy Monday. For those that did celebrate, happy belated 4th of July. I know here in the States, we are observing that holiday today, but I did not want to go without jumping on and saying hi and providing some value while you are off today. So if you do happen to pop on live, as always, please do say hi and where you are coming in from. Please tag some people. You can share this video. Please give it some sort of emoji, a thumb, a heart, whatever platform you happen to be on, to let me know that you are resonating with this content. And what we're going over today, as you saw in the description, is we're going to go over three, I would say, unique ways of leveraging LinkedIn to create more connections, conversations, leads, and sales. Hey, James, good to see you jumping on. And there is my good friend Risa. Good to see you jumping on. Hey, Hassan. Now, what I want to go over, and I'm going to show all of you how these are so important. I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to show you these three different things. Everyone focuses on the normal activities. And what I mean by normal is what most people are doing. Hey, Deb. What most people are doing on LinkedIn is they're, sending out connection requests. They're sending messages and maybe providing content here and there. And I would say that is the norm. That is what the average person on LinkedIn is doing. But I don't want you to be average. I want all of you to be extraordinary in what you're doing on LinkedIn. And my good friend Sylvia just popped on. Thank you, my friend. Good to see everybody. Now, I want all of you to be extraordinary. And here's the beautiful thing. No one, I always talk about LinkedIn on Facebook and I talk about LinkedIn on Instagram, because people truly don't know the power of the platform. And that's why I'm going to do a screen share today. And I'm going to show you these important things that LinkedIn actually offers you and gives you just by doing certain things. Because Facebook doesn't, and the personal platform, and that's the big key right here. I'm going to be showing you through my personal profile on LinkedIn. It's going to show you things and tell you things that certain other platforms can't. Now, some can. There are some features that I'm going to show you on LinkedIn that you can see on Facebook or Instagram, but there's a big difference in why LinkedIn is so powerful. Because just remember, the big things you have to remember about LinkedIn compared to Facebook and Instagram. Number one is the average income. The average income that someone makes on Facebook and Instagram is $30,000 a year or less. The average income that someone makes on LinkedIn is between $75,000 to $100,000 a year or more. Number two is the amount of connections that you can have organically. Facebook, it's 5,000 friends, and I put that in air quotes because we all know they're not really all our friends. No one has 5,000 friends. They're acquaintances, people that you meet, people that you know, people that you know of. LinkedIn, you're allowed 30,000 connections, targeted. It's people that you send connections to or you accept from. But also, we talk about age demographic. Average age of someone on Facebook and Instagram is 18 to 29. On LinkedIn, 35 to 55. So again, if you know your demographic and they're more in that 35 to 55 range, and you want people that make $75,000 to $100,000 a year more, and you want to have a more abundant network, 30,000 connections will give you that. So my good buddy Anthony, hola mi amigo, good to see you jumping on. So we're going to go over three specific ways of how to create more connections, conversations, conversions, leads, and growth in your business using LinkedIn. So number one, make sure that you create organic content to see what types of people are looking at your content. So create organic content to see what types of people are looking at your content. So what I mean by this is you must create 3 pieces of content a week, not 3 pieces of content a day, and not 3 pieces of content an hour like some of the other platforms. LinkedIn works much different. 3 pieces of content a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I've said this many times before. And there's a reason for this, and I'm going to show you. Now, when you start utilizing content on LinkedIn, it's number one, it shows you things that other platforms can't. So I'm sharing my screen right now, and I want you to look at this right here. Okay? So this was a post I did a week ago. And I'm going to make this bigger so you can all see it. And you can see that this post was viewed by 2,277 people. Now, on LinkedIn, on your post, you can go back and you can click this, and this is going to show you the demographic of the people that looked at your content. So it's going to show you the companies these people work for: Accenture, Cognizant, Deloitte, IBM, Transamerica, EY, Mass Mutual, right? So it's going to give you a look at the underbelly of the companies that these individuals work for. The second column is the job titles they have, the industries that they're in. So right here, salespeople, marketing, software developers, executive directors, consultants, founders, business strategists. So now not only am I seeing the companies that are looking at what I'm doing, I'm seeing the job titles. Now, the third and final column is also very key, because if you want to get super niche specific with who you're connecting with, it'll show you the location of where they live. So you can take a combination of these 3 columns. So if I knew, okay, just as an example, I work with financial planners, right? So Mass Mutual, it's an insurance brokerage. They do financial planning. I can search for Mass Mutual, comma, salesperson in New York City, right? So I can take one from this, and filter by that. So if everybody is clear on what I'm showing you so far, type Y or yes in the chat box, because I'm going to show you how you can take this information and you can use it in the search engine when you do your searching on LinkedIn, whatever days that you choose to specifically connect with those that are already warmed up and looking at your content. So here's what you're going to do. And Deb says, yes, good. Just making sure that you guys are with me. Everyone, this is from the free version of LinkedIn. Everyone has access to this. As soon as you start posting content, they show you this. So that's why it's so important to produce content on LinkedIn consistently. So here's what it looks like, okay? So remember, we were going to go with Mass Mutual and salesperson in New York City. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up to the search right here, and I'm going to search Mass Mutual, okay, comma, salesperson. So I'm combining 2 of the things that LinkedIn gave me. They gave me the fact that it's people that are in Mass Mutual and sales. And I'm going to click see all results. And I'm going to do a couple different things. Number 1, I'm going to click on people only right over there. I don't want companies. I don't want groups. I want people. Then you're going to filter by second connections, because these are the free people that you can send connections to. And then you're going to click show results. Then you're going to go to locations. So remember, the greater New York City area So I'm going to type in the greater, let's see, I think it already actually came up here, New York City metropolitan area. Okay? Right here. And then I'm going to click show results. So what this is going to give me is a targeted look. So 21, I mean, you can't get any more specific than this. This is going to give me 21 clear and specific people that work at MassMutual, are in sales, and are from New York City metro area. So if everyone is clear on how to utilize the content that you can create to look at who is looking at what you're doing, type Y or yes in the chat box. That is why this is so beyond powerful. So that is number one. So number one, you're going to post that consistent content that's going to allow you, right? So you're going to create organic content consistently Monday, Wednesday, Friday to see what types of people are looking at your content. So everyone says, you know, how do I get specific? How can I see who's looking at my stuff? Well, that is how you see who is looking at your stuff. So again, if you're coming on late, say hi and where you're coming in from, share this video, tag some people, hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. And if you're resonating with this, please give this video a thumb, a heart, a love, a care, an insightful, whatever emoji that you can hit for that content or on whatever platform you're on. I would be extremely grateful and appreciative of that. Now, number two, utilize LinkedIn polls to message those who vote. So not a lot of people are leveraging polls on LinkedIn. LinkedIn polls to message those who vote. Now, what I love about LinkedIn polls is they allow you to get market research, right? So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I did a LinkedIn Live last week on the fact that a lot of people are really getting into the whole shiny object syndrome of certain things on LinkedIn. And namely, one of them is LinkedIn ads. And I specifically said who LinkedIn ads are for, and more importantly, who LinkedIn ads are not for, because it doesn't make sense. It's for $1 million companies that are targeting $1 million companies, not individuals targeting individuals. It's not B2C either. It's more for higher education, recruiting firms, and multiple 7 on up businesses and companies that are targeting multiple 7 on up businesses and companies. And the average monthly ad spend that you need to have on LinkedIn ads is at least $2,000 to $5,000 a month. There's a ton of ads or information on it, blogs, articles. Now, so I did a poll last week, and I said I need some honest opinions here. I hear so many people talking about the upside of LinkedIn ads. Do you feel they really work? So 83% voted no. Now, again, 23 people voted, which, again, I appreciated that because that's going to give me the market research to let me know that a lot of people don't think they're worth it, because I don't think they're worth it either unless you fit into those 1 of 3 categories that I said. Now, the other important thing is I can click right here on the 23 votes, and this is going to show me who voted. And you're going to notice next to the first person who voted, you're going to see a little blue arrow that points up to the right. That is the direct message symbol. So here's the key. If any of your first connections vote, you can directly message them from this. So I can click, right? I can click right here, and this is going to allow me to message Scott if I wanted to. if I wanted to. And I can simply say something like, hey, Scott, thank you so much for voting and contributing to my poll. I saw that you loved and found LinkedIn ads were valuable. Would love to hop on a call to learn more specifically why you feel that way, as I'm looking to be educated on this. So now you're using that market research. And James says, excellent content. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that very much. So if anyone else is resonating with what James says, if you feel this is really good content and it's helping you, type Y or yes in the chat box. Now, so again, the greater amount of people, there were 19 people that voted no. And what you're going to see here, look how many of these have the blue arrow. So these are all my connections. All my connections. Now, one person didn't, but here's the other thing. So what I can do is I can click on here, message Adam. I can message my friend Justin and say, Justin, thank you so much for voting in my poll about LinkedIn ads. I completely agree. I do not feel they're worth it. I know we haven't connected before because right here, I can click on this. And again, I can go back and see if we ever had a conversation, but I can come back over the top and message this person with another re-engaging type message where I can say, hey, I know it's been a while since we connected. I noticed that you voted no for my poll on LinkedIn ads. I feel the same way. Is there a day or a time that's good for you to hop on a call so we can talk more about this and what we're up to? When is best for you? So again, you're leading with this call to action. But the other beautiful thing that you can do, if you click on the votes again, and I go back to no, right? I can go down here and I can see Michael is not a connection of mine. So I can click on Michael, right? And I can actually send him a connection request. And basically I can say something along the line. I can hit connect. I can hit add a note. And I can say, hey, Michael, just wanted to say thank you so much. And I'll just type it for you right now. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for voting on my poll around LinkedIn ads and if they are worth it or not. I totally agree with you that they are not, and it would be great to be officially connected. Okay, and then what I can do is I can click send, and now it's done. So the cool thing is, so I just sent him a note, and I'm going to just show you really quickly what that note looked like. Now, and I'm going to show you that, again, this is all about making sure that you, let me just share his screen, and I'm going to click on message right here, and it's going to bring up the messaging, and this is what I sent him a connection request, and basically it had a note, and I'll show you. Let me go back to my network. I will go over here, and I'll show you exactly what the note was that I sent. Because again, remember what I've said to you all before. You don't want to send a note to anyone unless there's a personal connection to it. Maybe you've listened to their podcast, you've read the person's book, you saw them on a training, whatever it was. So I stated specifically right here, you can see, hi, Michael, thank you so much for voting on my poll around LinkedIn ads and if they are worth it or not. I totally agree with you that they are not, and it would be great to be officially connected. So again, I sent that message out to him. So this is how you can utilize polls. Scott, does the response to Michael and connection request count towards the weekly totals? So the search, it doesn't. That specific reach out is through the poll, so that's not going to count towards your weekly totals as far as searching, but it does count towards your weekly connection limit, which is 100. So it does count towards that. So if everybody is clear on how polls can be leveraged to build your network, create more connection, build more trust, type Y or yes in the chat box. Now, there's one final thing that I want to share with you all. And it's LinkedIn Story. So LinkedIn Story should be done daily to message those who looked at your LinkedIn story. Now, if you use LinkedIn Story, type a number 1 in the chat box. I just want to see, because I'm going to show you how amazing this tool is. So James says yes. If you use LinkedIn Story, type a number 1 in the chat box. I just want to see who's on here who does. You're welcome, Deb. My pleasure. So type a number 1 if you use LinkedIn Story. Because, again, it's one of those things where you're using a tool that LinkedIn offers you. Now, so Deb says she uses it. Awesome. So here's what I want. Oh, and look at this. The gentleman that I just sent the connection request to, literally, he just accepted my connection request. Just now. So again, you can see the power of that. Now, let me show you LinkedIn Story. Now, LinkedIn Story is at the top of your LinkedIn page, and you can see a little plus sign right there. And this has to be done from the mobile app. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to click on my story, and this is my story from earlier today. And you're going to notice that it's going to say that there's already been 23 views of my LinkedIn story. And here's what you can do. You can click that eyeball right there is clickable. So I'm going to click on that eyeball and look what it shows me. It shows me all 23 people that have looked at my story. And again, your first connections, they have that little arrow up to the right, which again means what? That you can directly message them from right here. And I can simply go in here. So just to give you an idea. So my friend Jennifer Brown right here, you can see her right there. I'm going to send her. No. So James says, does LinkedIn Story count towards 3 pieces of content? No. James, LinkedIn Story should be done every morning. I do it every single day. Just a little inspirational message. It could be a quote tile. It's just a way for you to stay top of mind, because specific people that do it, your connections will see that scrolling across their feed, and you really want to leverage that the right way. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that little arrow, and it's going to take me right to the message there where I can connect with Jennifer, and I'm going to send her a message. Hi, Jennifer, period. I just wanted to say thank you so much for viewing my story, and I hope it left you better and made everything better for your day today, period. Hope all is well, and enjoy the rest of your Monday, period. Now, so I use talk to text a lot, and James says, excellent. So I'm going to send that, and there we go. So I just sent her that message, and I'm citing, again, I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to pitch. I'm literally just trying to stay connected to those in my network. So again, the normal things that people do are just connect and message, connect and message. But these 3 things are the extraordinary things that you can do, which is providing content consistently. 3 pieces where you can look at the analytics. Number 2 is leveraging polls. So you can actually message the people that voted, so you can start creating some content if they resonated with what you were talking about. And number 3 is using the mobile app to do LinkedIn Story to message the viewers of your LinkedIn Story to see if something can come from it. Listen, you're not looking to pitch and sell. You're looking to build relationships. So again, if this has made sense, type Y or yes in the chat box. If you came on late, hi and where you're coming in from. And review again what to put in your story, an inspirational quote,
that maybe an inspirational quote tile that you find on Google on your phone, and you save it to your camera roll. That's what I do. I do an inspirational quote every single morning. That's what it's best for. If you happen to come in on the replay, hashtag replay so I can come back and say hello. I hope you all found this information helpful and you at least apply one of these 3 that I suggested. It's going to help in the long run. Trust me. LinkedIn is like a 401k. It is not like a lottery ticket. You have to be consistent with it, and it does work. So everyone, please enjoy the rest of this beautiful Monday. For those that are taking the day off because of the holiday, enjoy your day off. Happy post 4th of July. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.